Well, it's appearing more and more evident that a rematch of the 2020 race could be on our horizon. But this time around, the way voters view President Biden has changed dramatically. After a chaotic first term plagued by the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan, spiking inflation, and a crisis at our southern border, to name, of course, just a few, the New York Times opinion essay is warning the Biden campaign that voters may see Donald Trump as a safer pick this time around to get the country back on track. The piece saying, quote, voters very much want change, but instead of clamoring for someone to blow everything up, they are crying out for someone to put things back in order. Voters wanted, of course, that from Mr. Biden and clearly feel he didn't deliver. If this election is between Mr. Biden and Mr. Trump and is fought on chaos versus stability, even with all of the drama constantly swirling around the former president, don't assume most voters will consider a second Trump term to be the riskier bet. And recent polling reveals that voters trust Trump more on the economy, of course, foreign policy and immigration, which is not good news for President Biden, according to a recent New York Times Siena poll. President Trump is leading Biden in 5 of the 6 key swing states, including Joe Biden's home state of Pennsylvania, where Democrats are flipping to the Republican Party in droves. Over 35,000 Democrats re-registered as Republicans in the state so far this year to around 15,000 Republicans. Now, obviously, I think for the audience, Kara, and I think for most people, this makes sense. But we've been deluged with negative talk. And yet even ABC is coming, they have interviews. In one case, a 19-year-old student saying, well, Trump might be a bad guy, but he knew what he was doing. I'm paraphrasing here. And a woman who thinks all politicians are crooks and criminals and that Trump was trying to bribe people, a variety of things. But at least he got things done. Isn't that what we're facing now?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think people are not ignoring the evidence of their eyes and their ears right now. We have this palpable feeling here that the world is on fire. And Biden campaigned on, restoring decency to the White House and restoring the soul of the nation. Again, paraphrasing here, but this is what was coming out of the Twitter account during the campaign in 2020. And yet, the proof is in the pudding. Look what's going on. The border chaos is running rampant. Inflation, as you say, people are really, really feeling this. And I say this so often because you go to the grocery store, and I went to Harris Teeter. I used to go to Whole Foods, but I'm not fancy enough anymore because I can't afford it. And I'm like, Is Harris Teeter the new Whole Foods? I think it is, right? Spending over $200 for little snacks. So this is a big problem. National security issues. We failed to restore deterrence or have it in the first place and led to Ukraine. Look at Israel and the Gaza war now as well. So this is something that people recognize.
Now, Molly, as a news person, you don't need to be a news person to know what they claimed in 2020. We're going to bring normality back. We're going to be stable. It's going to be okay again. So Americans also, I think, feel lied to because they had expectations and the opposite occurred.
Yeah. It's funny. It's almost like, what's going on here? You hear about the pendulum swing. Now is the pendulum swinging back and it's Trump that's the stable one? Like, what happened? He was supposed to be the chaotic havoc one. And now he's like, you want make America great again? Give me back my time. And people are thinking back to when Trump was president and thinking about inflation, what the grocery store prices looked like. So he's got that selling point to go with. And I think it is a major concern with what they're seeing out of Pennsylvania with the switch in voter enrollment, not only because it's President Biden's home state, so could be a little bit embarrassing to see that just to begin with. But also, Pennsylvania is such an important part of the electoral process. It has 20 electoral college votes. It's a major prize. So that's a big concern as well.
It's interesting, Dr. Jeanette, that with all the rhetoric painting Trump, and really now media using the word Hitler, right? They're just going for it. That the American people, I'm happy about this, regardless of what your politics are, that the American people continue, it seems, to think for themselves at this point.
Yeah, because all of that other stuff is just a distraction. Right now, voters miss the American dream, and the only hope to get that back to reality is President Trump by looking at those polls. And you just take a look. What has Donald Trump done? We've seen what he's done in his 4 years. Compare that to what President Biden has done. Under Trump, we had a thriving economy. We were energy independent. We had some semblance of organization at the border. And, you know, look at the Abraham's Accord as well. So all these things that he did for us, our 401s were expanding. You could fill up your gas tank and go out for a movie on Friday night. But we're not seeing that right now. And Americans are feeling it. They're feeling it in their everyday lives, whether it's putting food on the kitchen table, whether it's putting gas, in their vehicles, whether it's trying to have a little bit of extra to do something, buying Christmas gifts for their children. They're struggling, and Americans have had enough, and that they are now they're saying something with their vote, and as we're seeing with the polls.
I think part of this movement, in a sense, is that it's not like they waited a generation to find out whether or not a particular party was lying to them or they could deliver. It is a stark difference at every level, not just the economy and, of course, the border, but international security, terrorism. There's nowhere can you look where it's better than it was before.
And that explains those quotes that you read from ABC News. That explains these voter switches in Pennsylvania. And when I used to do diner segments prior to doing the Fox and Friends first gig full time, we used to talk to a lot of Democrat voters. But this is in 2017 to 2019. And they used to say the Democratic Party left me. But these voters were ex-union people or current union people.
Right.
I think when you look at the 3 years following that, the 20 to 23, the people that are now leaving the Democratic Party are the liberals, because at some point, everybody has a price. And the impact on their budgets and their wallets and their bank accounts has trumped their desire for social justice. So who's pushing the social justice agenda at this point? It's the uber elites at the top for whom all this economic stuff doesn't matter, security stuff doesn't matter, and it's the people that benefit from socialism at the very bottom who are getting a lot of free stuff.
Well, and, you know, nobody likes to be taken for a schmuck, right? we don't like to be lied to. It's just not good.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.